And just ahead of the swearing-in of the Aam Aadmi Party government in Delhi, BJP leader Harsh Vardhan has predicted that the state government will be inherently unstable, doubting Congress's unconditional support. Harsh Vardhan has also challenged Arvind Kejriwal to walk the talk on his promises. He was speaking exclusively to our National Affairs editor, Javed Ansari.
It's one of the ironies of the Delhi elections that the party that got the largest number of seats will now sit in the opposition. To talk about all that and more, I have Dr. Harsh Vardhan. He's the leader of the BJP and now most likely to be the leader of the opposition in the Delhi Assembly. Dr. Saab, you were tipped to be the Chief Minister. You will now be the leader of the opposition. Why is it? Why is it that the BJP has missed the bus in Delhi?
You see, it's a very difficult question to answer, but we feel that we were short of numbers. We tried our level best to be there to cross the 35, 36 mark. And we could stay at 32. And on the day one itself, I think a few hours later when I appeared for my first television interview, I had made it categorically clear. I think the headlines today was the first channel where I had said that we are not going to stake our claim for formation of the government in spite of the fact that we are the largest party in the assembly. We have been given the strongest or the best possible mandate. People have expressed confidence in our party and its leadership.
Doctor, why is it that you all fell short? Now you've had ample time to do some soul-searching, some introspection. What went wrong? Because, you know, normally 15 years of anti-incumbency plus the central government, a highly unpopular central government, being the principal opposition, the BJP ought to have been the real beneficiary. But Aam Aadmi Party appears to have stolen your thunder and you've fallen short of the magic figure. Why did all this happen?
You see, in one way, we have been successful in the sense that we could get Congress, which is the party ruling the city for last 15 years. And there was a lot of anti-incumbency.
Doctor, your aim was not just to remove Congress, but to replace them in power, isn't it?
What I am trying to tell you, and there was a new party on the scene. And whenever there is something new, there is definitely some craze for that. We probably underestimated the amount of craze for the new party. They occupied a significant amount of space for creation of their own space, and a large chunk of it, I think, they took from Congress, and they took a small chunk from our party base also, which has probably resulted in our deficit. Otherwise, you'll realize and appreciate that we lost something like 10 seats only with a margin less than something like 2,000 votes. And at least 6-7 seats with less than 1,000 votes margin.
Let me ask you a specific question. Was it faulty seat distribution? Was it overconfidence? Or was it the fact that they delayed in naming you as the chief ministerial candidate? There are a lot of people, not just in the BJP but outside, who also believe that perhaps had Dr. Harsh Vardhan's name been declared a month or two earlier, this situation would never have arisen.
To be very honest and very objective with you, I would say, in retrospect, when I analyze everything right now, and I overhear people talking, giving their opinions, and I face all these questions in various interviews that I have been interviewed in the last couple of weeks, I feel that probably all these factors which you are naming might have contributed their bit to this shortfall. But anyway, it doesn't make any difference to us. In our party, we have always worked for serving the people. That's the ideal that we follow, and for us, getting into the government is not the ultimate aim.
Doctor, what now? In a few days from now, the Aam Aadmi Party will form the government. They said they were opposed to both the BJP and the Congress. They said they would never take support from both these parties, yet they will form the government. How stable and how stable will this government be, and how harmonious will be the functioning of this government?
You see, I personally wish that they are stable. We have a stable government. Delhi people are benefited, and we don't have another election. And at a personal level, I will wish Arvind Kejriwal all my good wishes and give him a full life if he can really be there for the whole 5 years. But I think this government, from the very beginning, it appears to be a government of contradictions itself. Some sort of a super hypocrisy, you can say, because Arvind Kejriwal was the one who talked about not taking support or giving support to Congress or BJP. And then he agreed for an unconditional support. Then he is ready for the
condition. Is there anything called unconditional in politics? Are there any free lunches in politics?
I don't know, because the history of Congress, when we analyze all that, whether it is our former Prime Minister Chandrasekhar ji or Dev Gowda ji or respected I.K. Gujral ji, I think we have all seen how the Congress behaves and what is the meaning of condition, or what is the city wants to know. Now they are talking about conditional support or whatever. Even if it was an unconditional support, we would like to know what are the conditions behind the scenes that have been finalized between the two parties for actually having this understanding, which I would say it's some sort of an unholy alliance. And we have been saying that from the beginning. Before the elections also we said that there is something going on between the two parties. The only thing that has changed is that instead of 8 on this side, 28 on the other side, Congress had thought that it would be the otherwise.
So what you're saying is this is going to be an inherently unstable government. So are we looking at elections? When can Delhiites expect elections for the Delhi Assembly?
I personally would not wish all that because I am a positive man. I would certainly wish him positive success.
But your political assessment, can something like this last its term?
Politically, seeing the history of Congress and the way Congress has behaved, and it will be seen in the next couple of days. And I would personally request Arvind Kejriwal to initiate all these inquiries into the various scams. He has been talking about it. We have been talking about it. There is a huge list of big scams that were there during the Congress regime under Mrs. Dikshit. It's not only the Commonwealth Games scam or the power privatization scam which have become so popular. We have so many scams like the buses purchase and the fitness scam of the transport department and the Jhuggi Jhopdi scams and the Delhi Jal Board scam, and so many, at least I can name at least a few dozen. I would like Arvind Kejriwal to, if he is really committed to probity in public life, on the day first itself, he should initiate all the inquiries into all these scams. Because you see, he had started from a high moral ground, a high moral pedestal he started from. That has probably been lost. Because the day he agreed to compromise with the so-called most corrupt party of the country, the Congress, I think he has lost that ground. And now he has to actually reprove his credentials before the people by initiating probe into all these scams on the day one itself.
Thank you very much for speaking to us. So that was Dr. Harshvardhan. He doesn't believe that this will be a stable government, and he wants Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, the Chief Minister designate, to come to honor the commitments he's made and to probe all the corruption scandals. With camera person Kirpal Singh, this is Javed Ansari in New Delhi for Headlines Today.